What's going on, guys? Daniel Kump here, back with another myEcon video, guys. In this video, I want to teach and educate you on why gold, so being an EVP gold distributor, having golds and building golds on your team is the key to longevity and is the key to really just building a large, strong team with myEcon. So if you're watching this video because you're checking out myEcon or you're checking out just tips, techniques, and tactics on how to build a large team, then stay tuned. Make sure you watch this entire video. Also, while you're here, make sure, do me a favor, click down below, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you get notified anytime I post a myEcon video. So I've done other videos in the past that teach you really how to get to gold. I'm not going to get into that too much in this video. If you want a detailed step-by-step layout of how exactly to get to gold, where all the numbers have to be, then down below this video is a link. You guys can watch that video in full, and I'll break down on the dry erase board here exactly how to get to gold. But specifically in this video, I want to talk about more why gold is the key. So in other words, if you're just starting out and you want to build a large team with myEcon, you obviously have to understand the different leadership ranks. Now, when you first come on board, you sponsor one person, you get to be an EVP. When you first come on board, you're a market director, okay? You have no people underneath you. You're a market director. As soon as you sponsor your first person, you get to EVP. Gold, okay, you have to have 8 people. Now, you have to have 8 strategically placed people on your team. Again, down below this video is the link. I'm gonna show you guys how to build all that out, okay? The second level, or the next level, is platinum, all right? Platinum, you need 50 people. 50, you need 50 people to get to platinum. And then you have infinity. Okay, you got infinity, which there's 2 levels of infinity. The first level is 300, which is EVP infinity, and then you have CEO infinity, which is 1,000 people on that team, okay? So these are really the 4 key ranks. Now, when people first get started, of course, everyone wants to go, yeah, I want to be an infinity. I want to go straight to infinity. But you got to realize there's a strategy to get there, and the key is gold, okay? Gold is 100% the key. If you want to get to infinity, you got to get to gold first. Plain and simple, like you guys know, if you run, you got to walk first. If you walk, you got to crawl first. So same thing with your business. You can't really just go straight to infinity. If you can, but you really want to have some strategy. You want to have a thought process behind that. So that's kind of the whole point of this video, is I want to make sure that you understand how to build and how to build correctly. All right, so if you want to get to infinity, you want to get to platinum, you want to start making those big residual checks as an infinity, it's a great place to be, but you got to know how to do it right, okay? So like I said, the key is gold. Now, what does that actually look like? So as you start to go gold, you're going to start right here. We'll call this you, right? There's you right there. So you start out and you get a few people on your team. Let's say that you get 4 people on your team and you start getting an EVP leg. This becomes an EVP leg. This guy's a market director. This guy's a market director. And then you got another EVP leg over here. So you want to get yourself to gold. First thing that you want to do is get yourself to gold. So like I just drew out, you need at least 8 people. So now you start working with your EVP leg. That means this guy sponsored somebody, okay? And then this person has at least sponsored someone because they're EVPs. So what you want to start drilling down, and just think about the logic here. As you start drilling down, you want to start working with these EVP legs, and you want to help them get to gold, which will naturally just get you to gold. Because again, it only takes 8 people to get to gold. And you're going to understand that this is why gold is the foundation for building depth and growing your myEcon downline, growing your myEcon business. And this will just, over time, this will naturally help get you to platinum, help get you to infinity, okay? So now you're going to start working with this EVP leg. You can start taprooting down. You can start taprooting down there, start taprooting down. Boom, help this person grow. And then, obviously, once this leg starts to grow out a little bit, now that's going to help you get to gold. So as an example, if this EVP leg had 4 people in it, okay, this EVP had 4 people, plus you had 2 market directors, which would be in your base shop. If you want, if I'm talking and you're thinking in terms of, okay, base shop, I don't really get, EVP, I don't really get. Down below this video, guys, there's plenty of other videos that go over the compensation plan, which will walk you through a lot of this stuff. It goes over how to get to gold, which will walk you through a lot of this stuff. This is slightly more an advanced video for the people that are looking to build long term. So this right here would automatically put you at gold, all right? So the idea and the thought process behind this is once you get yourself to gold, the very first thing or the very next thing that you need to start focusing on is which EVP leg, because obviously in order to get to gold, think about this, in order to actually get to gold, you have to have an EVP leg. Now you can have 1, you can have 2, you can have 10, it doesn't really matter. But in order for you to actually get to gold, to be qualified, you have to have at least 1 EVP leg. So now that you are gold, okay, you just graduated, you went from EVP to gold. Now what you want to start doing is you want to start identifying which of your EVP legs you're going to help them get to gold. So as an example, you know, if you only had 1 EVP leg, where are you going to work? In that leg. If you had 2, then you're going to have to think, okay, which one of them is the stronger builder? Which one is going to actually possibly get to gold first? But ideally, the best thing that you can do is pick 1 leg and invest most of your time there. And obviously, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, guys. If you have 2 EVP legs and this one's just kind of hanging out, you know, not really doing much, and this one's really, really active, getting out there every single day, working the business, sponsoring, recruiting, etc., then this is where you want to spend your time, all right? So now what you want to start doing is you want to start drilling down and seeing, just like you did, looking at the front line, looking at this EVP's front line, saying, okay, what do they have? Do they have an EVP leg yet? Do they have, you know, are they just all unilevel right across the board, all right? So as an example, let's say that they start to drill down and they start to get an EVP leg. Then obviously you want to make sure that you're working down into your downline and you're helping this EVP go gold. Period, end of story. That's where you want to start focusing so they can get to their 8. And I'm not going to draw it all out. You guys can get the visual. But you want to get this EVP as quickly as possible to get to gold, okay? You want to help them graduate and go from EVP, right, to gold. I know there's starting to look like chicken scratch here, but just you guys can follow along, all right? So that's where that becomes the key. So now, as you start building and you start working with your EVP legs and you start drilling down, you start taprooting down into these legs. What is taprooting? Taprooting means that you're basically picking one person and you're just going down and down and down and down and down, and you're creating depth. You're creating more EVPs, EVP legs. Again, key to this whole business, you know, drilling down, creating depth, all right? So now, as you start drilling down, you help this EVP get to gold. I'll see if we can make this, I'll see if we can clear some things up here, all right? I'm gonna clear this up a little bit. All right, boom. There we go. You got a market director there still, and you got a gold. So now you're a gold, and you have a gold down underneath you. So now what you can start doing is you can do one of 2 things. You can continue building down, and then you can help this gold do the same thing you just did. This is where it all just becomes duplication, guys. It all becomes duplication. So if you and your team and everybody is focused on gold, then naturally what is going to happen with compounding and expansion and growing your team exponentially is you're naturally going to get to platinum. Now, granted, you're going to have to start working in other legs. Once this leg starts to get somewhat self-sufficient and they start to grow down, obviously, yes, you want to identify with this gold. You want to be working with this gold and say, okay, where can you start taprooting down and where can you create your first gold? So obviously this EVP here that has the depth, you want to help them get to gold as well. Now, once you are working with that person and that leg starts to grow and starts to kind of do its thing and starts to take some shape, hopefully you can kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit over here and start focusing your other attention over here into this EVP leg. Now, that doesn't mean that you would want to stop sponsoring and recruiting. And I'm going to say something very, very important here, and I want you guys to understand this. Sponsoring and recruiting is a 100% key to your business, okay? The moment that you stop sponsoring and recruiting and you get into what's called, I like to refer to as like management mode. And I've seen this happen, not only in myEcon, I've seen this happen in other businesses where certain distributors, they get a little bit of depth or they get a little bit of growth down on their team and they step back and they say, hey, oh, you know, I'm just going to work with my downline. I'm just going to manage my team. and then they stop sponsoring and recruiting, well, over time, what is going to happen is the growth on your team is going to stop. It's going to start to slow down because you're just in management mode. As a distributor for just about any company, if it's network marketing, you always want to be sponsoring and recruiting. Always. That should never stop. You want to lead from the front. So for me, I never stop sponsoring and recruiting. And you should do the same thing too, because you want to lead from the front. You want to lead by example. You want to keep the constant flow of new people coming into your business. So does that mean that you can go and you can sponsor more market directors? You can go sponsor more EVPs? Yeah, absolutely. Keep going. You know, you still want to have some attention here. You still want to make sure that you're keeping your eyes on the prize. You're helping your people. You're reaching out to your team. But you also want to keep bringing new blood, bringing new life, because you never know. And I've seen this happen on our team. As an example, guys, like Jerry Adams Jr., who's currently a platinum on our team. He's a perfect example of you never know when someone's just going to take off. And Jerry had that same exact thing happen. He brought on Richard Hairston, who's, you guys can find both of them here on YouTube. You guys will see that what happened was all of a sudden, you know, Jerry was just kind of flat, and then he found Richard, and then like that whole leg down, you know, under me, that whole leg just took off. And that helped Jerry get the platinum, okay? Richard is now a gold, very, very close to platinum as well, okay? So what you can start doing now is just, once you have one gold, then start identifying your next gold, okay? So let's say, hypothetically, this is, you know, you're gonna start working with this EVP leg right here. Yeah, you got another one up here, awesome. You know, maybe they're sponsoring, maybe they're not, but you got one EVP leg up here. Now you're helping this EVP leg get going. And all of a sudden, this EVP leg finds one person that just gets it. They understand the benefits and the concept of myEcon. They take off. So your goal now is to get this person to gold. So let's just say you're spending some time down in this leg and you help this leg get to gold as well, okay? So again, gold is 100% the foundation. For you to get to platinum, for you to get to infinity, you have to understand gold. You have to understand why gold is important. So now you got two golds. You're a gold, still right here, you're a gold, okay? And now you got two gold legs underneath you. You have a very solid foundation. So another thing you can start doing is working with their front line, working with their front line. You can reach out, you can start working with another EVP leg as well. But what's gonna happen is for you to get to platinum, you need 50, all right? So you gotta realize that if you wanna get up to platinum, you got to start looking at your numbers. You can't have, I think it's more than 20 people in order to get to platinum. You can't have more than 20 people from one specific leg or out of your base shop. So then you're just going to start doing some math and figuring out, okay, how many do I have in this leg? How many do I have in this leg? How many do you have in your base shop? And then look at the numbers, just add up the numbers. But I know I'm talking a lot of depth. I'm talking a lot of numbers, guys, but when you actually just kind of break it down like this, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to understand, but just know that gold is the key. And let me say this, so you got to understand this. I want to go back to the sponsoring and recruiting remarks I made earlier. If you ever get stagnant, if you're at a point in your business where you ever get stagnant, and let's say that, you know, you only have 4 legs, one of them's taken off, one of them's okay, and your team's not growing as much as you want. You're not having that consistent growth that's going to help get you to that next level, get you to that next rank. Here's a key phrase, and I want you to understand this. If that happens and you get stagnant and you get stuck, the solution is this. The solution is always go find more people. That's it. So the solution is and always will be go find more people. So if you ever get stuck, and let's just say hypothetically that this leg dies out, it stops growing, okay? Your first gold, who you thought was gonna be a rock star, who you thought was gonna take you to the promised land to help get you on stage and earn all the big rewards. Let's say that this guy got shiny ball syndrome and he went off and he went to another company and this leg's starting to fizzle out. Well, guess what? The solution is and always will be go find more people. So that's why I mentioned earlier that you never want to stop sponsoring and recruiting. Okay, you always want to be sponsoring and recruiting. So that way, if you bring on another person and this EVP gets it and is sponsoring more people, you want to get this EVP leg to gold, okay? So always be working to get your EVPs up to gold. Now, granted, they have to want it too. You know, you can help give them a person or two or sponsor one or two people underneath them, but at the same point, they got to want it. If you place too many people under a specific leg, somewhere up in that leg, they're just going to expect that you're going to build their leg for them. So you want to make sure that these people are in it to win it. These people are actually out there actively working, sponsoring, recruiting, and doing what it takes to build their myEcon business. All right, so I hope this makes sense. Obviously, throughout any point in this video, guys, if you have a question or it doesn't make sense, do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, get part of this channel, guys, so that way you guys get notified. You ring that bell, you get notified anytime I post one of these videos. Also down below too, guys, is my Facebook link. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, pop me a message. I'll always answer your question, all right? So you have to understand that this is, if you keep working on golds, all right, down on your team, if you keep working on golds and you help people get to gold and then you help them get people to gold, naturally, you are gonna get yourself to platinum. So 50 people realistically is not that difficult. And it might, some of you guys, it might seem like a big number. So I would ask you to think bigger, okay? Just think bigger. So for me, I'm an infinity. Now, again, if you get to platinum and you want to get to infinity, you want to cross that 300 threshold, it's the same thing. As you get to platinum, guess what? You're going to start helping your golds get to platinum, but in order for them to get to platinum, they have to have the right amount of golds. It all comes back to gold. You know, you get it? Okay, it all comes back to gold. So if you want to get to infinity, you have to have enough platinums. If you want to get to platinum, you have to have enough golds. Anytime you just, if like, you know, a wood whittler, you know, you're just whittling down or peeling back the layers of the onion, it always comes down to gold. That's what this business is all about. So if you understand gold and you know how to break golds on your team, sky's the limit. You can easily get to platinum. You can easily get to infinity. Doesn't matter. You know, EVP infinity, CEO infinity, it all comes down to gold. So when you and your team understand gold, and the beauty of this, guys, is gold is just 8 people. So we're not talking, like you'll see in some other network marketing companies, we're not talking like, you know, some companies have diamond where, you know, you got to have thousands of people to get to diamond, or you have to have X amount of income per month to get to diamond, stuff like that. We're talking gold. We're talking 8 people. So if you understand the concept of 8 and you understand the concept of getting to gold, building out a big team is really not hard. So myEcon, guys, is a very, very simple business. The products make sense. The services make sense. The comp plan makes sense. And again, if you want more information on the comp plan or how to get to gold and me mapping it all out, down below this video, you guys can see that. But other than that, I just want to make sure that you understand why gold is the key. So if you want to build depth, if you want to build longevity on your myEcon team, first you have to understand why gold is important and why gold is the key to building big and getting you to the higher ranks in myEcon. So I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, do me a favor, drop a hashtag value down below. Let me know if you have any questions. Click the links down below and reach out. If you guys are watching this and checking this out and you want to get started with myEcon, you want to be part of the 2020 Vision team, you want our free app and marketing system that's going to help you crush your myEcon business. Again, more info down below. Then do me a favor, click the link below this video, get started with us, and we will take you by the hand. We will show you all this stuff in our training videos, and we will make sure that you rock your myEcon business. So that is it, my friends. We'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Be good.